Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to more Nier Replicant. My name is Os. Today, we are at the trails of the plot once again. So let's go speak with Popola and see if she has anything for us. Popola, what's up? What do we got?
Learned anything new about the Shadow Lord's key, Popola?
You know, I was just going to talk to you about that. You remember the Eyrie, right?
That depressing shell of a village?
Not so much anymore, it sounds like. I just got this letter from the village chief. Have a look.
Yep, everything is great. We're opening up shop. Please come and visit.
Sacrifice? Isn't that the name of one of the key fragments?
That's right. I've been trading notes with leaders from every town in the land.
You're amazing, Popola.
This entire affair strikes me as a bit too convenient.
I'm afraid Grimoire Weiss is correct.
What do you mean?
The Eyrie has been shut off from the world for years. And now they've not only opened trade routes, but they freely exchange information about the Shadow Lord.
I agree. It seems rather unnatural. And dangerous.
You're overthinking it. Besides, I don't care if it's dangerous. I won't get Yona back by just sitting around and waiting. If there are shades there, I'll just kill him and be done with it.
Oh dear.
Well, if that's the way you feel, I guess I won't stop you. Try speaking with the chief when you get there.
Thanks a lot, Popola. See you in a little bit after I'm done murdering everybody. So, let's go destroy some lives, wreck some homes, and do some damage.
The Eyrie, huh? Alright, let's go see the chief.
What a soul-crushing place.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can use this opportunity to also talk about Kaine a little bit. We haven't really done that all that much since starting the New Game Plus. And I believe we actually have some new dialogue over here in the plains. So let's see what's up. Ah, good music.
I cannot fathom that village setting up a mercantile. They must have truly opened their minds.
Yeah, I have my doubts.
Aren't you glad to be going back home, Kaine?
Home? The place is a shithole.
Don't be so nervous, Kaine. We'll protect you.
I got me taken care of. Worry about protecting yourself.
I still really like that line.
Ooh, the village. It's home to so many terrible little memories, isn't it, Kaine?
Shut up, shut up, shut up!
We do not desire.
We do not desire needless conflict.
If we can continue to live with humans,
then we can continue to live peacefully.
But that young man will come.
Yes, the young man will come.
He will kill us all. Women and children included.
What should we do? What can we do?
Kaine, as usual, doesn't enter. However, the whole place has a different feel now that we know everything that she has been going through. I have to wonder how many times she took this path and what it meant for her to come this way. There is a facet to Kaine's character that is vastly downplayed in this version of the game. And there is no way, sadly, to talk about this without sounding like a massive pervert. But her character model suffered a rather sizable downgrade. I guess downsize is more accurate. But she used to have a rather sizable bulge under her skirt, which is no longer present. And that's kind of weird because Kaine is supposed to be, more accurate term would be a intersex character, a hermaphrodite. And that's her whole struggle with her appearance and her body. She mentioned feeling or being a mutant a few times. This duality of Kaine and her body it is such a massive plot point, and that that being there, recognizable and in plain sight, really helped cement how awkward kind of felt and her pursuit for femininity, even if that wasn't what her body was fully portraying. The lore of the game goes a long way to try to explain why, but again, the explanation is stupid and not really worth bothering with.
Hello? We're here from Popola's village.
It's all over.
We came to ask about the letter you sent.
Our days are numbered. Our village is doomed.
As cheerful as ever, it seems.
You're the one who wrote the letter, right?
I don't know about any letter.
What the hell is going on here?
It may be faster for us to take our inquiries elsewhere. Let us ask around. Someone must know something.
Yeah, true enough. So let's go to the village square over there. Or is it village octagon? So the deal with Kaine, and this is, I think, a pretty interesting justification, quote unquote, or for why she dresses and behaves the way that she does. Her dressing is simply her trying to enhance or in some manner accentuate her feminine traits, but when her masculine traits have been so massively downplayed, it becomes a little bit more weird, as is the context of the character. But anyway, let's go talk to this fella.
A letter, huh? Yeah, I think I heard something about that.
So, you know about the letter?
Maybe I don't.
Which is it, man?
Oh, and if I may ask, are you friends of Kaine?
You could say that.
Ah, I've heard the rumors. Here to hunt shades, are you?
Indeed. Our aim is to defeat every last one.
Every last one? Everyone? Everyone.
You okay there?
Vice!
Beware, this man is a shade.
It's a trap!
I figured as much.
So we're back to one-handed swords now, using the, I believe this is called the Labyrinth Whisper.
You guys sure are taking your goddamn time.
1,000 apologies. We were distracted by the local welcoming party.
Want some help?
A carnival of murder? I love it!
Kaine! The villagers are possessed!
But not all of them. Some are still human, so be careful.
Did that magic attack just work on those magic-resistant enemies? That's super weird.
Sis!
Okay, let's go do our thing. Items? Nope. Another thing that you may have noticed is that since the beginning of the New Game Plus, Kaine has been wearing a lunar tear in her hair. Supposedly it's the one that we gave to her right after she woke up, which is pretty cool. I like that as a small detail.
Get out of here! No way! I'm not going to abandon my own sister!
Kaine, what's going on?
Don't be fooled by this lady. She's a shade.
No! No! You people are the monsters here!
Stay back, kid. Your sister is one of them now.
I don't care what she is! She's my sister, and I love her.
Oh, come on, Kaine, what the fuck?
Kaine!
We've been through this. You knew this was gonna happen. Let's take care of business.
What madness. These people are behaving as if we are the villains.
Kill them! Kill them now!
No! You've got to stop this! We're trying to save you from the shades! Please, you have to stop!
Emil!
We need...
Villagers are under attack over there.
Put down that weapon, please! I beg of you!
Oops. Did everything a little bit too fast. Where do I have to go for that? Oh, okay, I can do a tricky jump here. There we go.
Go away. I can't...
What could those black swirls be?
A lot of dialogue being cut here. Hopefully this has already been showcased in the earlier episodes. God damn it.
He's a shade. My husband's a shade.
Then get away from him. What are you doing? I think this is actually a point of contention in the earlier episodes with Nier and Weiss. Like, would you actually be able to slaughter everybody just because they are shades if the situation came down to it? Which our answer at this point is obviously yes.
What's happening? Is this beast a shade as well?
That thing sucked up the villagers.
No! If we keep this up, we're gonna kill them all! We can't let that happen!
What's up, Wendy? How are you doing?
I feel something from within the creature.
One of the tricky things about Wendy here is that she is a bit of a puzzle boss, and because of that there's no real easy way to speed this.
Is this the combined power of all those shades?
It will take more than a barrage of magic to stop us. The first to waver is the first to die. I sense magic coming from the center of that eye.
See, we can't really do any more damage than this. We just have to progress through the stages of the fight.
Wait! I think those are actual people!
Hold nothing back. Those are shades. Such speed!
Let's kill everybody. Anyway, because why not? Shades.
The surrounding tentacles appear to deflect magic. Now, focus your magic on the beast's center.
Let's do this. No need to charge a lot because... Why did that happen? There we go. This is enough to take care of it. Ooh. So let's get the hell out of here.
Its weak point is located around the back. Try attacking it from above.
I'll try to pin it down.
Emil!
Let's get out while Emil and Wendy Dragon Ball Z it out.
Emil!
I'll keep it busy. You should be able to attack from behind. Go around and get it. Please, hurry.
Emil can handle this. We must circle behind the creature at once.
Yeah, Chief's house. Okay, fair enough. Let's do our best.
You must strike it in the eye.
So, let's see. Let's slow time a little bit. There we go. One more before we defend. There we go.
Are you there yet?
Did we get it?
It is escaping to the inner level.
I'm coming. Gotta catch my breath.
Yes.
Careful, Emil. Won't help anyone if we lose you here. God damn it! We beat the hell out of that thing. How can it still move?
Its combined powers are beyond even my greatest suspicion.
I am very happy with that semi-speed run jump down the bridge. Okay, let's go. More things. One more. Open up, Wendy. Come on, what's up? You should be dead by now. Stop that, Wendy. Emil, help, please. Open up. Come on, there we go.
Come on! Help me take it out!
I'm on it.
Wall of Jericho collapse. 5,000 people believe that. I think that was a new one.
Emil! Emil, wait!
Emil!
He's gone. His instincts have taken hold. The ultimate weapon is being deployed.
Ah, fuck. This ain't good, sunshine.
Oh, what's this? Uncontrollable magic. I have to protect the people I love. That was my only thought as I unleashed a magic powerful enough to destroy not only the Shade, but everyone else as well. All of them. So many innocent lives. Destroy, eviscerate, crush, kill. These are the dark impulses that override all other thoughts. As a being that was created to be a magical weapon, these are my instincts. Or maybe it's better to call them our instincts. Oh, Emil's dreams, Rampage. This is new. A klaxon sounds from deep within the bowels of the laboratory. Thick metal shutters drop down, sealing off the room with a series of dull metal thuds. Aboard the experiment, number 6 is out of control. Everyone, get out of here now! Get out of here! The researcher's words are abruptly cut off as a massive hand materializes out of the gloom and lifts him high into the air. The researcher begins to scream. He screams and screams, the sound echoing off the walls of the laboratory until the hand squeezes down, coating the room in a deep crimson hue. The rest of his colleagues stand in silence, mouths open, unable to process what they have just seen. Then a female scientist takes a step back and lets fly with a heartbreaking wail. But this is a terrible mistake, for the sound of her cry suddenly brings forth a monster in all of its terrible glory. Its body is a bloated corpse, its head a grinning skull, and it is massive, many times the size of a human. The head lolls from side to side as it tromps about the room on all fours, bringing to mind the wild maneuverings of some wretched, starving beast. This creature, this thing, is experimental weapon number 6, also known as Halua. No, oh no, please stop! Oh God, save me, save me! I don't want to die! One by one, the maddened cries of the researchers are silenced. If number 6 understands their petitions, it pays them no heed, instead continuing its rampage of destruction and slaughter with a focus that borders on obsession. After an eternity, the screaming stops. The alarm falls silent, and only then does the creature make a sound, howling out with an unfathomable roar that echoes up and down the empty halls of the blood-soaked laboratory. It is a sound that curses those who had dared bring such evil into the world, and yet one that also seems to be pleading for help. Two sets of footsteps echo into an otherwise silent corridor in the first level of the laboratory. One set belongs to a young boy, his eyes blindfolded and his hands restrained. The other belongs to a severe man in a long white coat. The man drags the boy along by means of a long chain attached to a set of shackles on his wrists. Rubble is scattered here and there across the floor of the corridor, making the journey an exceedingly difficult one for a boy who cannot see. Excuse me, would you please walk a bit slower, sir? I'm not used to being blindfolded, and rather than stopping, the man only increases his pace, causing the boy to stumble in an attempt to keep up. This last humiliation proves too much, and the boy finds himself unable to arrest his fall. Without the ability to brace himself, he topples on the floor, smashing his head on a pile of debris and causing a trickle of blood to worm its way down his pale, frightened face. Agonized by the pain, the boy inadvertently opens his eyes, causing the failing drops of blood to emit a strange crackling sound before transforming into tiny white rocks. "Close your damn eyes!" roars the man. "Yes, sir," stammers the boy as he slams his lids shut. He hadn't realized the blindfold had slipped off during the fall, but now he keeps his eyes squeezed shut so tightly that sparkles appear against the black of his vision. The boy is Emil, also known as number 7. He is a magical weapon whose eyes are capable of turning to stone anything that falls under his gaze. "Don't look at me," barks the man. "Never look at me." "I'm sorry, sir. I'm looking at the ground now, so if you would just hand me the blind..." Instead of waiting for him to finish, the man extends one foot and presses Emil's face to the floor with a heavy black boot. "Sir, stop. You're hurting me. I told you to keep your eyes and your mouth shut, so do it." The man knows this boy, this weapon, could wipe him out with a single glance. and yet subduing him in this way gives him a sense of relief. After making certain the boy is sufficiently cowed, the man leans down, retrieves the blindfold, and knots it tightly around the boy's quivering head. Right then, on your feet, let's move. Emil staggers to his feet, trying to ignore the red liquid oozing down his face. The blood doesn't matter, the pain doesn't matter. All that matters is finishing the job they had set out for him to do. The second level of the laboratory is in even worse shape than the first. The environs are littered with rubble and rock, making the thought of a decent foothold laughable. When the man's eyes linger on a section of rubble stained deep red, he has a sudden image of warm, gooey brownies slathered in a strawberry sauce. His stomach lurches at the thought, but when he attempts to avert his eyes, they land on the remains of a human being rendered into what could only be described as paste. The man blinks. His mind goes strangely blank before attempting to determine exactly how many humans had to be sacrificed to create the scattered piles of flesh around him. After a moment, his thoughts simply cease altogether, as if his mind realizes that trying to put such a thing into form is folly. You can go the rest of the way on your own, says the man in a voice much weaker than he wishes it to be. I mean, what does it matter? You're not even human. You're a monster. With this, the man spins around and dashes back down the hall. A helpless Emil simply listens as the footsteps of his erstwhile captor fade into the distance. Emil finds himself alone in a room with the stench of death and blood. For a moment, he considers opening his eyes, but the thought of the horrors that await him quickly squashed this plan. Instead, he stands still and listens intently. Eventually, a far-off sound reaches his ears. That's the howl I heard before. Emil resumes walking, using the sound of the distant voice to guide him, almost as if it was calling him home. By the time Emil reaches the third level, he is moving on memory as much as sound. His hand and face are covered in fresh wounds from numerous falls, but every time he thinks about giving up, his mind returns to his sister. We studied together, we ate cookies together, we cried together, we laughed together. And sometimes I was the only one who got yelled at. That's why I was never lonely. Our being together allowed me to stay strong. For Emil, his sister was all he had to live for. So holding that feeling close to his chest, he presses on, one slow step after the other. Finally, Emil finds himself drawing close to a certain experimental chamber in the deepest part of the laboratory. The howl is very close now, and as he touches the switch that controls the door, he thinks about the mission. Number 6 is the ultimate weapon. She is his sister, and he must turn her to stone. The door slowly opens, revealing the massive interior of the experimentation chamber. After a few steps, Emil removes his blindfold and slowly opens his eyes. His sister lurks before him, but she looks nothing like the girl he once knew. Instead, he sees a savage beast crawling on all fours through the shredded remains of researchers. As the thing that had been his sister stops and tilts its head in Emil's direction, he focuses his gaze on it. A series of soft, crunching sounds emerge from the creature as his magic does its terrible work. First the fingers, then the hands, arms, legs, head. What little color the beast once possessed fades to a dull, ashen gray, and yet, somehow, it summons what strength remains and pulls itself towards Emil one slow, lumbering effort at a time. Wailing, the massive monstrosity closes in. Is she worried about me? Or is she coming to kill me? Emil feels prepared to accept either outcome. After all, this was his older sister, the person he loved more than anyone else in the world. Lua, The moment Emil speaks, Number 6 comes to a sudden halt. Silence descends on the chamber as the siblings stare at each other. I'm sorry, Halua, but everyone says you're too powerful. They say it's too dangerous unless I seal you away. I'm so sorry. As Emil watches her body begin to turn to stone once more, Number 6 simply waits in utter, perfect silence. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The moment Number 6's petrification is complete, her memories flood into Emil's mind. The two of them huddling together in the cold, all alone in the world, with no one to protect them. All she wanted was to save her little brother. And yet, it was the little brother who, in a sense, saved her. The moment the petrification is complete, Emil sinks to his knees. A frozen sister and a little brother racked with sin. Alone in this cold cage, the two of them weep in a single silent voice. It was our combined power that destroyed the Eri. Whole existences, entire lives, even their memories. We took it all. We took everything. My sweet, gentle sister turned into a monster. And the same thing will happen to me now that I have her power. If my instincts as a weapon win out and destroy me in the process, if that power ends up hurting someone I love,
What have I done? I killed innocent people. I killed them all.
But you saved us. If it wasn't for you, we'd all be dead. We owe you.
But
It's all right. Really? Don't look back.
Obtain the sacrifice key fragment.
We had best be off.
Yeah.
Last time around, I actually did just leave. But now that we know everything, perhaps this should be appreciated. It was already completely bullshit before, but now that we know all that we know, it is even more absurd. This notion that somehow getting rid of this whole village is justifiable because we managed to save ourselves in the process. This is what we're doing. This is our legacy.